All right, back on the 74 Super Beetle. And I actually got that shifter rod out of that access panel. You can check out my other short videos on that. And I just got the shifter rod back in it. And I'm currently fighting that sucker right now, but you can see I got it all polished up and cleaned out, sanded, re-greased, which did not help me slide in this back in. I got the new bushing in. I did that right through here, and it was a bear to snap in. I used the Washburns upgraded bushing, and right now you can see I was hung up in here. I've got it about halfway through right now. I think the end of it is about through here. I had a friend with a straight blade screwdriver kind of poking through the slits here where the e-brake is at, directing it as I was shoving it through by hand. Then I got jammed up, and you can see here on my little scope the knuckle and the two bolts, which are these two bolts right here. It was stuck on this side and wasn't allowing it to turn, so finally I got it just enough to spin it. It looks like just a little bit this direction. And then I've been using these long pair of needle nose to get in there and feed it all the way through. So it looks like it's gonna finish. But yeah, it was a bear. I did get most of it by hand through this access panel. So the access panel getting it out was fantastic because the bushing was perished. So that slipped right out. But the new bushing, upgraded one by Washburns, it's boy, she tight. And of course you grease it. And can't get a grip on it by hand, so I got half of it through by hand, and I've been feeding it with those long needle nose pliers, which is actually scarring up the shifter rod. I don't like that, but so far that's the only way I can get it figured out. But yeah, I just jammed up on these bolts, so I highly suggest picking one of these up. My wife got this for Christmas, and it's turned out to be just perfect. And yeah, you can see the shifter rod. Well, maybe you can kind of see it down in there, but I've cleared all the inner tubes for the heater cables and clutch cables and fuel lines, and yeah. So I'm not gonna lie, that was a bear. But it looks like I can get it rested with this, or I'm thinking of coming up with some type of rod and then hook it. Then I can hook the holes at the end of that shifter rod and try to yank it through, so we'll see. But yeah, there's inside the tunnel a little bit. You can see one of the cable tubes right there, and then yeah, there's the top of the shifter rod right there. So it just made it past those bolts. It looks like it's gonna go. Keep you updated.